their years of experience to ensure that your tax returns outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Help prevent the spread of germs. Wash your hands with soap and hot water for at least 20 seconds and always wash before you touch your face, eat, or drink. Use hand sanitizers. Limit sharing of eating utensils. Practice social distancing and avoid physical contact. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Avoid contact with ill individuals. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Download the free booklet at Scientology.org/stay well.
WOCA.
Good morning. It's just gone 7 o'clock in the morning.
Welcome to AM Ocala Live on WOCA. And now, here's your morning host, Adam Micklin.
Good morning, everybody. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source. Good morning. Happy Friday. As we made it to the end of the week, July 4th weekend coming up tomorrow. Just some good news there overall that we've got a little bit of celebrating to do, right? As we got July 4th weekend moving in, and tomorrow being July 4th as an opportunity to expand on the on the idea of pretty much being thankful and celebrating the idea of being in this great country and on the nation's birthday, July 4th, here 2020. As we welcome you to the show here, AM Ocala Live this Friday, I'm your host, Adam Micklin, as we say good morning, as it is a little bit humid again. Boy, we definitely got some rain there. As soon as we went off air there, it was about 11:30 or so. It crack of lightning and stormed pretty good just as our show ended yesterday. And, the same as expected for the day. Currently 74 degrees out there with sunshine, but you can see off to the west is some of the expectations of what would be a little bit more of an earlier type thunderstorm kind of making its way, although a little bit's more kind of dissipated, but it may pick back up here just a little bit. So we may see some rain even before 11 o'clock this morning, as the chance of showers and thunderstorms is kind of a weird spot here. It says 40 to 80% chance as the idea of the afternoon and later is the possibility of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m., but we could see one as early as 11 a.m. with a chance of precipitation 80% for the afternoon. And that leads into tonight with showers and thunderstorms before midnight, and then a chance of showers there after that. Chance of precipitation for tonight is 80%. And then it doesn't look great for a dry Independence Day. At least we might have to work within and around. It says showers and thunderstorms likely tomorrow with the possibility of a thunderstorm just after 10 a.m. with a high near 89. Heat index values tomorrow as high as 102, so another scorcher. As a calm wind there will bring about maybe a little breeze, then pick up in the afternoon, but chance of rain tomorrow for your July 4th, unfortunately, is about 90%. So just expect it, work around it, I guess. Maybe one of those things where if it storms early enough, we could see it kind of maybe move out. It's as if somebody left a leaky faucet on over there near Cross City, as we can just see more of that moisture coming right off the Gulf and bringing it to us earlier and earlier in the morning. As for Sunday, then they have another possibility of showers and thunderstorms with an opportunity of a 90% chance. And then that carries into Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday into next week. So a lot of rain in the forecast, but hey, it is the wet season. We're in it now. We know it. 100% chance of humidity, 100% humidity right now with a 90% chance of rain for the weekend, but an 80% chance today. So it's going to be a little bit maybe of a wet Independence Day, but that's okay. Just work around it, right? Work around it the best you can. I guess. I know what that means for fireworks as far as getting out there in the backyard and lighting them up. It may be raining, it may not. But like I said, just work around it. No big, obviously, fireworks shows or big gatherings for them, like we know we're used to wanting to have for Independence Day. As we've heard much in the news that the increase in coronavirus, as they've listed this as of June 2nd, Marion County itself now at 789 cases, as the county added 62 cases there from the overnight prior. It says Marion County has registered 789 positive test results for COVID-19 as of yesterday, when that report came out at noon. Officials received 564 Marion test results on Tuesday, and that's why, by the way, because in which those results came. It says the number of positive tests swelled from 250 to 789 between June 1st and Thursday, so a month. Remember that, a month. And the idea of whether or not you tested positive in the 14 days or whatever it takes to get over it, that's obviously too, when they say 250 to 789, that's from June 1st to July 2nd, so that's an entire month. Now, the age range of those who have tested positive is listed as 6 months to 97 years old. The median age is 39. There are 420 women, and what they say is 364 men. These statistics reflect only those cases involving Florida residents. 5 of Marion County's 789 cases are not people who are Florida residents. So with that, the Florida Department of Health in Marion County is offering testing for everyone. You can give them a call, 644-2590. That's 644-2590 as schedule an appointment. Other providers are offering testing as well. Patients should call first and check the requirements of what's necessary to get the test. It says the department is encouraging residents to follow safety precautions as always. No more than 50 people gathered. Practice their social distancing. Wear masks when going into public, and when you're unable to socially distance, stay at home and self-isolate if sick. And as they said, as the July 4th weekend approaches, experts caution people to protect themselves and the community by following the guidelines. So with all that being said, it does make it feel odd to say, hey, you're going to have a cookout or barbecue. Just don't invite 50 people and keep it a little bit lower numbered and make sure you stay 6 feet away, I guess, anyway. So the numbers are increasing and everything else, and that's more and more what's been going on is, boy, they are stressing it, hard, which is understandable, but at the same time, it's like I said, when you step away from it like I did for the few days and then come back into it, I know that they had an exponential amount of cases through the last weekend and into the beginning, and then the testing increased. It's just interesting overall. But nonetheless, as we got a great show for you here today to round out this week here at AM Ocala Live, as we're going to be rolling through, getting the conversation going when we get back from our break, and then at 8 o'clock, Life South Community Blood Centers, and then be rolling with that. And then today, 10:30, Ocala Magazine. And then stay tuned for After AM Ocala Live for the Conservative Watch Hour. WOCA Ocala will be back right after this.
Daily coronavirus cases in the U.S., 55,000. Fox's Jill Nato.
Hit hardest right now are Arizona, Texas, and Florida. And Dr. Anthony Fauci of the White House Coronavirus Task Force warns a specific mutation is allowing the virus to be even more contagious. He says that mutation lets the virus replicate better.
Dr. Fauci says there is some dispute about that. Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, is in custody in New Hampshire, awaiting transfer to New York City for trial.
Reuters is reporting Maxwell was at her 156-acre home, paid for in all cash last December under the guise of an LLC. Prosecutors in the Southern District of New York are charging Maxwell with 6 federal counts, including 4 counts of conspiring, enticing, and transporting minors for the purpose of illegal sexual acts.
Fox's Brian Yennis. America's listening to Fox News.
The following is a true story.
I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel the timeshare. And that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or we'll give your money back. That's what makes us different.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-660-1771. That's 800-660-1771. 800-660-1771.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, folks, it's time to check out this week's ad for Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Now, you get a sneak peek when you go to bobwinescameliagardens.net. They're featuring a great sale on roses. A huge selection in lots of colors, easy care, knockouts, and drift roses. The big number 5 size. You buy one and you get one at half price. And they've marked down a huge selection of butterfly and hummingbird plants. They're just $6.99. New super low summertime sale price on annuals, just $1.99, or mix and match a flat of 18 for just $17.99. And your favorite citrus trees, they start at $59.99 and you get a free bag of fertilizer. Get there early in the day, early in the week for best selection. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
We are proud to announce the Conservative Watch Hour on WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM every Friday at 11 a.m. Hosted by Annie Marie Delgado, president of Trump Team 2020 Florida, and her co-host Ann Vandersteel with SteelTruth.com. We are serving a higher level of excellence, and we are the only program of this type in this market. Don't miss your weekly dose of conservative talk radio. WOCA 11 a.m. Fridays, 96.3 and 1370 a.m.
Hi, this is Brittany from Mike Scott Plumbing. I wanted to take a moment to let you know that during these tough times, Mike Scott Plumbing is still here, ready to help you in every way we can. We know life doesn't just stop. And when it breaks, we know your plumbing doesn't just magically start working again. Mike Scott Plumbing is taking every precaution to ensure your safety by following and exceeding all the guidelines set forth by the CDC for COVID-19, as well as local districts. As an essential business, we are operating at full capacity to ensure we get your problem solved day, night, or weekends. We're all in this together. We hope you are all staying safe during these trying times. And remember, if water runs through it, we do it. 866-314-4443. Call day or night. That number again is 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing.
WOCA.
Some sunshine with a shower or a thunderstorm around this afternoon. High 90 to 94. Cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm tonight. Low 73 to 77. For the 4th of July tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm. Tomorrow's high 91 to 94. A shower or a thunderstorm on Sunday, high 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Jonathan.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Good morning. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. As we're broadcasting to you live here from the Paddock Mall, and we're streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. As we say, good morning, good Friday. On this Friday here, as we made it to the end of the week, holiday weekend with July 4th, like we've been talking about. And as we're going to continue here with AM Ocala Live, get this conversation going. And one of the things that was brought up as a big time yesterday, which I know is the buzz of what people is talking about as the side note, as the feds arrest Jeffrey Epstein associate Maxwell, who's accused of recruiting child sex victims, as Maxwell, the longtime associate of Jeffrey Epstein, was arrested Thursday and charged with helping to procure young victims for the disgraced financier's child sex trafficking operation that began more than they say 25 years ago, as Maxwell made a brief appearance via video link in a New Hampshire federal court hours after the arrest in a small town of Bradford, where she had recently purchased a large tract of property. A federal judge directed that she be transported for a detention hearing in Manhattan, where the charges were announced. A federal grand jury in New York indicted Maxwell on perjury, conspiracy charges that accuse her of helping Epstein, quote, recruit, groom, and ultimately abuse victims between 1994 and 1997. Both allegedly knew the victims were underage of 18 and were as young as 14. Maxwell and Epstein indicted and lured the victims to Epstein's house scattered across the United States and abroad, which, quote, Maxwell knew and intended would result in their grooming for and subjection to sexual abuse on the indictment charged. It says, moreover, in the effort to conceal her crimes, Maxwell repeatedly lied about her conduct, including when she gave sworn testimony in 2006, as the indictment charged. It says, court documents describe elaborate schemes in which Maxwell and Epstein allegedly accompanied victims on shopping trips and movie outings, and all designed to put girls at ease in preparation for more intimate encounters. Says facing allegations that Epstein once forced a 17-year-old girl to have sex with the prince, Andrew announced in November that he was stepping away from his public duties as a royal. The prince and Buckingham Palace cast allegations as false without any foundation. It says, with Epstein gone, however, much speculation has swirled around Maxwell, a British socialite also described in civil court records as a co-conspirator accused of recruiting girls to perform sex acts on Epstein. Maxwell is the daughter of Robert Maxwell, a publishing tycoon and former member of the British Parliament who died in 1991 after falling overboard his luxury yacht, named after the youngest of their 9 children, as that's been brought up. Says, over the years, Maxwell allegedly facilitated the victims' travel to Epstein's homes in New York, Florida, Mexico, London, and therefore in the expectation and express purpose of engaging in sex acts with a financier. And says the acting U.S. attorney in Manhattan said Maxwell repeatedly lied about her conduct and Epstein's actions in 2016 during a deposition in a related case. As the announcement of the case against Maxwell was the first public action taken by Strauss since she was appointed to replace Jeffrey Berman following his abrupt ouster last month by Attorney General William Barr and President Donald Trump. And it's a little crazy altogether. Justice Department has been engaged in various investigations that showed the Trump administration, including an ongoing inquiry into the presidential's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. And, quote, we're working hard on the investigation the past year. It's not easy to put together a case that goes back farther than that. So there's a lot here overall that's come in the news just recently, as we mentioned yesterday, with Maxwell being indicted and everything else. So that they said that, they say also Maxwell had more than 15 bank accounts since 2016 with balances as high as $20 million, sharing $15 million from selling a property in New York. The defendant's international connections, a significant financial means, would present clear a risk of flight under normal circumstances, but in this case the risk of flight is exacerbated by the transient nature of the defendant's current lifestyle. As they say, prosecutors said, adding that Maxwell has been in hiding ever since Epstein was indicted last year and made efforts to avoid getting found, including changing her phone number and ordering packages in other names. A little crazy there altogether. So that was a big part of what went on yesterday there, as that come through and through. So we'll see what happens from there. Nonetheless, but pretty crazy overall. Anyway, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to talk about something like that. Keep the conversation going when I'm the only one in here. So our phone lines are open, 622-9622. As we say good morning, we welcome you to the show here as we're going to wrap up this Friday and get you into the weekend, where we were talking about the weather a little bit earlier also, with it pretty much looking like it's going to rain for the weekend. But like we said, if you can work around it to try to enjoy a little bit of the 4th of July, as well as maybe in the anticipation, too, of conversations this weekend about what that means as we get closer and closer to the end of July, which means the idea of the sports coming back. However, a big part of what that means with sports is where we see the numbers or the figures for where it comes with the COVID-19 stuff. So we'll be seeing that overall. But nonetheless, there we go. As we're coming up on 15 minutes before the top of the 8 o'clock hour, stay tuned. We'll got a little bit more to talk about. At 8 o'clock, we'll be having Life South Community Blood Center. We'll be talking with Galen to round out the week and see what he's up to for the weekend as we talk about where the Bloodmobile will be and the expectations of the convalescent plasma, but also just to see what plans other people got going on for the weekend. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, WOCA Ocala. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, if you're looking for BOGOs, buy one, get ones, the place to be this week is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. All flowering shrubs, big selection, regularly about $24 to $30. You buy one and you get one free. Some absolutely gorgeous budded and blooming hydrangea. Buy one, get one free. And it's not too late for crepe myrtles. Bob has them as low as $6.99. And in the large sizes at $2.99, you buy one and you get one free, delivered, planted, and guaranteed. Best of all, you still get those super popular dwarf, ever-blooming azaleas, just $3.99. One more hot special, 4-inch pentas, not $4.99, just $1.99. Hurry, get there early for best selection. Bob Wine's Camellia Garden, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, in the same blooming place since 1952.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online. WOCA.
Hi, this is Will.
And this is Wendy of Dex Imaging in Gainesville and Ocala. You know, we live and work in this community just like you, and we wanted to personally invite you to call us with any questions or concerns about your copiers or printers.
Like, how can I save money on my toner? That stuff's expensive.
In most cases, a complimentary workflow analysis has shown we can save your business 20 to 30% on printing cost.
Have you been kicking around the idea of going paperless? Are you considering a document management solution? Maybe you just want to ask some questions, but don't want to be bombarded by aggressive salespeople.
Give us a call. We'll be happy to answer your questions and show you how you can save money with our award-winning copiers and printers and our amazing service team.
Who, in case you didn't know, will be there in 4 hours or less to service your machine guaranteed, and we have a 97% first-time fix rate. Check us out at deximaging.com or give us a call.
In Ocala, dial 352-433-4090. That's 433-4090. Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
WOCA.
Some sunshine with a shower or a thunderstorm around this afternoon. High 90 to 94. Cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm tonight. Low 73 to 77. For the 4th of July tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm. Tomorrow's high 91 to 94. A shower or a thunderstorm on Sunday. High 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Jonathan.
WOCA. Ocala.
And welcome back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source, as we're coming up on 10 minutes before the top of the 8 o'clock hour. As we say, good morning, happy Friday. If you're enjoying your coffee this morning, it's a little humid out there in the back patio as it has been these last few mornings. Although it's, 73 degrees, that's not bad, but that humidity makes it feel just a little bit worse overall. It's not like the few weeks ago where we had, below 70 with a little light, more dry, which was beautiful mornings. But nonetheless, if you are enjoying your cup of coffee, well, here's something about it. Is a man in... it looks to be San Francisco here. This is interesting. It says a man hands out free coffee from his kitchen window. Ben Ramirez is handing out free coffee and a smile to people in his San Francisco neighborhood. As they say, on average, Ramirez takes about 10 to 15 cups a day. His regulars are essential workers. In compliance with the 6 feet social distancing guideline, he hands out the coffee with a toy gorilla arm. It says here, an idea given to him by his 5-year-old son, Luca. It says, from his kitchen window, Ben Ramirez is handing out free coffee and a smile. And it says, quote, even if they don't get a cup of coffee, they can stop at the window and chat. It says the San Francisco resident told CNN. It says, on average, Ramirez makes about 10 to 15 cups per day, as his essential workers are his regulars. As we have a lot of people in the neighborhood who either are nurses, doctors, or even postal workers. They're out there on the front lines risking their lives every day. They deserve something, and they're always happy to see us in the morning. In compliance with the 6 feet social distancing guideline, he hands out the coffee with a toy gorilla arm, an idea given to him by his 5-year-old son, Luca, and he's proud of the fact that it was his idea. It says Ramirez starts his day early, around 6:30 a.m. They says we have 2 kids. They're usually our alarm clock. And after making breakfast for his sons, Juno and Luca, he's at his kitchen window from 8 a.m. to noon, serving his community 7 days a week, saying, quote, my wife has been gracious to move her meetings later in the afternoon so she can watch the boys in the morning and I can hand out coffee. And then we have lunch together and we hand off. And I hang out with the boys for the rest of the afternoon, and we try to make it a good day. Ramirez offers 2 different roasts of coffee, a light roast and a medium roast. Each cup is brewed fresh. And saying, quote, if someone asks for a coffee, I grind the beans and put them in a little filter and do pour over coffee. I've actually met a lot of neighbors who I didn't know that I've been on the same street with, and I met since I've lived here. So that's a big plus for what I'm doing as well. And it says the beginning of the dream, Ramirez has been a designer for 20 years, saying, quote, I work in tech, so I manage design teams, creative teams, building out their apps and websites for startup companies. But one of his dreams was to open up a cafe and coffee roasting company. Says, I've been doing a lot of training for that, getting certified in roasting coffee and barista work, sensory work, and being able to pick out flavors of quality of coffee beans. Now, the coffee connoisseur already had most of the supplies he needed in his latest project here of handing out free coffee. It says, quote, I did another order of Amazon for cups and lids and bought a sandwich board and a letterboard for a menu. Customers can request additions to their coffee in what Ramirez calls a secret menu option. When we were just starting to shelter in place, my wife ordered cases of oat milk and almond milk, so I have plenty of milk to pour into people's coffee if they want. And now that most coffee shops are closed due to the pandemic, the aspiring barista's small gesture is bringing a big sense of joy to a neighborhood he's lived in for 2 decades. Saying, quote, we are all in a little neighborhood called North Beach. There's a very vibrant and historical coffee scene here, and I think a lot of people are missing that social interaction, and it's been nice bringing the community together. So that's pretty interesting there. It sounds like the beginnings or the makings of some kind of romantic comedy or something like that. But he's been handing out free coffee for the essential workers and stuff, in the idea of actually wanting to open up eventually his own barista. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat overall, giving back a little bit. I wonder if he'll eventually enjoy it so much that he will put it to fruition to actually open up his own coffee shop. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat there overall. And we got a caller. Good morning, WOCA. You're on the air.
Good morning, Adam.
Morning, Hugh. How you doing today, partner?
Pretty good. Happy 4th of July weekend coming up here. Looks like it's going to be a nice warm one. I just dropped my wife off at the shuttle liner. She's taking the shuttle into the airport, Orlando Airport, and flying up to Milwaukee for about 7 or 8 days, I guess. And, of course, naturally, I had to put the Weather Channel on and check what was going on up there. And she's not escaping the heat whatsoever. It's going to be around 90 in the low 90s for the whole entire time that she's up there, and a lot of humidity, so it's not going to be a cool down trip for her.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That seems to happen, isn't it? When you're thinking, a little break from the humidity and stuff, or at least the heat. But this time of year, it's kind of all over. But at least she'll probably have cooler nights. That's for sure. She'll get the break in the evenings. That's what the difference is.
Her daughter, who she's staying at, lives, I would say, probably maybe no more than 5 miles from Lake Michigan. So if you do get a breeze off the lake, you can go from 90 down to 75 in about 10 minutes. Yeah. And there usually, normally speaking, there is always a northeast or east a breeze up there, which is very nice in the summertime. In the spring, it's a little bit rough, but when you get now to late June and July, probably till maybe like through September. It's always really when you get these hot spells throughout the central part of the country. Living next to Lake Michigan can be, if you don't like a lot of hot weather, can be very nice.
Yeah. Now, with flying up there, partner, was there any apprehension for her, boarding a flight with hearing the numbers increasing as we talk about COVID?
No, not whatsoever. We've been watching a lot of stuff on TV about travel and stuff, and they say the air inside the airliner is pure, it's cleaned, it's filtered out very fine, and the flight she's taking up there, it naturally is not filled up, and there's not going to be anybody in the center seats. So and then they advised her to sit next to the window rather on an aisle seat, because it's supposed to be a better position for in case of catching a virus, I guess. But no, not at all. She's looking forward to the trip, and of course she went and had herself checked out yesterday to see if she was a container of that virus, which she was, and she had no fever or nothing, so everything was on the okay. So it looks like it's going to be an okay trip for her. Good.
That's good to hear, partner. I know it's been a little bit since she's been able to get up there, right, in lieu of what had happened this spring with COVID, because I know there was a trip planned earlier, but now she's get the opportunity to go up there. That's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she was actually planning going about, I think it was about, was it a month and a half, 2 months ago, and of course with all this stuff going on, there was no flights available and this, that, and whatnot, but it turned out real good now for the 4th of July and stuff, so she's going up to see the grandkids and the daughter, and although, Wisconsin and Milwaukee area is kind of a shutdown quite a bit. I know, like down here to some extent, where there's not going to be a state fair to go to, there's not going to be church festivals, there's not going to be there's all kinds of stuff that's been canceled. So it's and the restaurants up there they're operating at, I think, at 50%, and then a lot of outdoor dining and stuff. So it's going to be a different kind of vacation, but nevertheless, it's still a vacation.
That's right. Well, thank you for the call, partner. Thank you for listening. As we say, good morning. You got it.
Okay. Have a great 4th. Thank you.
You got it. WOCA coming up to the 8 o'clock hour here. Back after this.
Chris Foster. Heading into the holiday weekend, confirmed coronavirus cases hit a new daily high for any country during the pandemic, 55,000.
Nationwide, the infection curve is not flat, but rising. 36 states now reporting increasing positive COVID tests over the past week, up from half the states just 10 days ago. At least 20 states are now pausing or reversing reopening plans.
Fox's Phil Keating. People in Texas are ordered to wear masks in public and counties with more than 20 COVID-19 cases. A suspect suspect in Army Specialist Vanessa Guillen's disappearance in Texas is dead.
Another soldier, Aaron Robinson, who fled Fort Hood, apparently killed himself as law enforcement closed in. Another female civilian suspect has been arrested. No other suspects at this point as detectives work to identify the remains. They're also asking the public for help in the case.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. America's listening to Fox News.
The following is a true story.
I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel a timeshare. And that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or we'll give your money back. That's what makes us different.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-660-1771. That's 800-660-1771. 800-660-1771.
News. From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, folks, it's time to check out this week's ad for Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Now, you get a sneak peek when you go to bobwinescameliagardens.net. They're featuring a great sale on roses. A huge selection in lots of colors, easy care, knockouts, and drift roses. The big number 5 size. You buy one and you get one at half price. And they've marked down a huge selection of butterfly and hummingbird plants. They're just $6.99. New super low summertime sale price on annuals, just $1.99, or mix and match a flat of 18 for just $17.99. And your favorite citrus trees, they start at $59.99 and you get a free bag of fertilizer. Get there early in the day, early in the week for best selection. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
Today in Ag News on the Southeast AgNet. Well, this week, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a lot of legislation. One piece would require all government employees and some private businesses to use a federal electronic system known as E-Verify to check the immigration status of new workers. He signed the worker verification bill into law in Tallahassee, joined by the measure's GOP sponsors, Senator Tom Lee and Representative Cord Byrd. According to the News Service of Florida, the bill went into effect Wednesday and was a major priority for DeSantis during the 2020 legislative session. The bill will require all public employees like local school districts, public universities, and state agencies, as well as their private contractors, to use E-Verify, a system that's, of course, run by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Private businesses that do not use E-Verify will be required to keep a 3-year record of the documents employees use to complete I-9 forms. You can read more about this on our website, southeastagnet.com.
Welcome back to TikTok, because ticks happen. Today's topic, clinical anaplasmosis carried by ticks. Carol in the Corral, you're on TikTok.
I'm just not myself. I'm weak, pale, losing weight.
Oh, we will get you help. Stay on the line. Next, we have Patty in the pen, who's feeling a bit anemic.
It's hard to breathe, and I'm constipated. And these guys never stop booing.
Clearly a bit agitated. My dear callers, these are all signs of clinical anaplasmosis brought on by ticks, but it's not your fault.
Ticks happen.
But there is a new treatment for your tick-induced troubles. New Baytril 100CA1 and Rofloxacin injectable. Baytril 100CA1 is conditionally approved for the treatment of clinical anaplasmosis associated with Anaplasma marginale for certain cattle.
Ask your cattle veterinarian for a product label to see if this product is for you. Veterinary prescription required. Extra label use is prohibited.
New Baytril 100CA1.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
WOCA.
Some sunshine with a shower or a thunderstorm around this afternoon. High 90 to 94. Cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm tonight. Low 73 to 77. For the 4th of July tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm. Tomorrow's high 91 to 94. A shower or a thunderstorm on Sunday, high 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Jonathan.
WOCA. Ocala.
Listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, the Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. As we say good morning, happy Friday, 6 minutes past the top of the 8 o'clock hour, and it's time for Life South Community Blood Centers. We've got Galen on the phone. Good morning, Galen. Happy Friday, buddy.
Hey, good morning. Hey, how you doing this morning? Good morning.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess getting back into the saddle for today and then hearing about the numbers of COVID-19 so amped up. And I know a lot of it was from the testing that had come through from the beginning of the week. And as the results come out, it's like they come out in one lump sum or something like that. But it's just kind of one of those things when we're kind of getting excited for the weekend with July 4th tomorrow, which we still are. It's just kind of like, oh, hey, by the way, the news is there to let you know that you can't get too excited about anything because it's ramping up. It's ramping up. And I don't know, partner, how do you handle the news of new numbers increasing like this when we hear everything about the hottest increase is, Florida, Texas, California? We're part of that. What's that mean?
Yeah, but again, I'm not too surprised by it. You've got to remember that this is a brand new virus, and what you have to look at is the death rate.
Yeah,
you just have to. That's the key to all of this is the death rate. The death rate is diminishing with every single day.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I got a bad echo, by the way. Fix it.
Gotcha. Now, here's the other thing, as mentioned, is with the COVID-19, and like you said, it's not a big surprise. Do you think that these task force that have been doing everything to set phases and guidelines for things that want to open up, again, my question goes back to it. Do you think there's a way in which sports will be affected in the way that they're wanting to come back here in July, or do you think they'll go on as scheduled?
I think they've put too much time, energy, and money into it now. I mean, that bubble's been created for the NBA. I don't think there's any chance that they cancel it. I think the fans being in the stands is a real big question right now. So,
yeah.
But they're still trying. I mean, they're coming up with different plans to put fans in the stands. But this is. If you follow the Swedish model at all, you'll realize this is where Sweden was.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to be able to fight a new virus is to be exposed to it, or to never be exposed to it, and that's just not going to happen. I mean, we are going to be exposed to this virus, just like we're exposed to every other virus that comes across the United States.
Yeah.
The flu is a big time killer. So this shouldn't be a shock that another virus that has flu-like contagions is going to impact us.
Yeah. Now, it was
mentioned. But the death rate is falling below the flu.
Right.
Because you got to remember, with the flu, they're not reported the way this COVID is.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, it's not the flu. I'm not saying it's the flu. What I'm saying is it has a contagion like the flu. Mm-hmm. If you've ever been in the house with somebody with the flu, you know you're getting the flu.
Yeah, right.
You just don't know how severe you're going to get it.
Exactly.
And then if you have somebody who's immune compromised in your house, you do everything you can to sequester them from that person who's got the flu.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
Now, the whole thing is if you're asymptomatic, can you still spread it? That is the big question that the WHO answered is no. And then, who the heck can trust the WHO?
Yeah.
But, others are saying, no, that's what's spreading it. But guess what? That's what spreads every one of these viruses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, I think if people want to wear a mask, wear a mask.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all right.
Absolutely.
Don't close anything down, because that, as I've said from the beginning, that hurts more than it helps. And with the death rate, under, I think it's going to fall under 1% of the people who get it. Yeah. Okay, let's just go about our business and understand this is a severe virus that's going around, but very, very few are hospitalized, but a ton of people are being tested.
That's right. Now that's the difference. Like we said before, a ton of people are getting tested. Now, it was brought up in national news this morning that that it's mentioned that there is a mutation, or like it's mutating a little bit, which means it's slightly changing. And Dr. Anthony Fauci had mentioned that that makes it even tougher to deal with it, that, it's easier to, be contagious, so to speak. But then right after that, it said there is no real truth or backing found with that. There's no research found with that yet. So that shows you right there that they're trying to, again, kind of push a little bit more of a narrative with this. But at the end of the day, you're right. It's you're not surprised by it. I don't think a lot of people really are, because we knew that getting things open back up and moving through. I think the small surprise is just with the way the weather is, considering it's now summertime and it's now in the middle of it, that it is ramping up, so to speak. But see, that's the big difference here too, is you could still have, like we said, the flu throughout the year. But what's different now too is, like you said, between the hospitalizations and the death rate. And it's interesting too, because they showed this curve that we've tried to flatten, and they compared us to where Italy is right now. And we've seen the spike, but yet they showed with the numbers for Italy that that curve is flattened, and they don't really have as much going on there with COVID like we have. And I was going to ask you about that. Is that just, again, something like you're saying where, like with the Swedish model, it's like it's been contracted and been given around, and now they're dealing with it as if it's like a regular flu over there in Italy?
No, well, you got to remember, Italy shut down for a very, very long time, and they have a very elderly population.
Yeah, they did shut down. That's true.
So the United States just didn't. We just couldn't shut down. I mean, Italy shut down.
Yeah.
And again, I've talked to a lot of people like, well, if we would have done that, we would have curbed that. I'm like, okay, at what cost though? Italy's population is far different than ours. Mm-hmm. There are less people that are completely dependent on somebody else to take care of them. Yeah. Because of their family, the way it's set up. So, I understand it. I really do. I just don't think that would have worked. And the reason the Swedish model worked is because they're like, we'll just close our borders and we'll go about doing our regular things that Swedish people do.
Yeah.
And it worked. So we'll get there. It's just a matter of when. And again, every time Dr. Fauci talks, the next sentence seems to go against what he just said.
I know.
I don't know if he's running for office. Maybe it'll be Biden's pick for VP. But I just don't trust him. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Well, partner, with the 4th of July coming in this weekend and everything kind of changing, there's going to be no big fireworks shows. And I was going to ask you, do you guys usually try to get together and do a cookout and do fireworks?
I don't have a basketball game on Saturday now because I thought we were going to have a tournament.
Yeah.
But this is the opening weekend for F1.
Yeah.
There's a big race at NASCAR at Indy, and the Indy cars are running.
Yeah.
I have a pool in my backyard. I have a grill in my backyard. And this will be next weekend. I'll be in Atlanta. So I'm probably going to stay right here.
There you go. I like that. And then just to finish the evening off, I think a bourbon sounds good. Am I right? That'd be a nice little ticket.
No, there'll be multiples.
There you
go. So I'm into port right now. I've discovered port.
Interesting.
And the problem is that the headache that a port gives you the next day is brutal.
Yeah, that's
because I've found that I can't just drink one of them. because they're delicious and they set so well on your palate.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the ABC. I call it the Liquor Lounge because those of us that remember when it used to be a liquor lounge and it went in circles.
Yeah.
The ABC Liquor Lounge and rearmed myself, so I am ready for the weekend.
Nice, buddy. Nice. And that's, truthfully, I wouldn't be surprised if that's everybody's expectation for the weekend. It's just a little bit of R&R, relax a little bit, maybe not have the big family cookout, obviously with everything going on.
Sure.
Just maybe keeping it a little bit tighter with the close-knit family and everything else. And then here's the idea. What's the go-to for the grill? Just burgers and dogs, or do we go a little fancier?
No, I'm not going. I smoked some pork last weekend, and I still have. So I'll probably keep it simple.
Oh yeah, that
really
sounds
just
good.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds good. That sounds real good. I'm thinking about maybe some ribs for the weekend. My girl's a huge fan of ribs, and it's funny because we dated. It was about 4 months into our relationship, and I said, still getting to know you. What is your favorite food? And she goes, my favorite food's ribs. And I said, I've never seen you. I said, I've never seen you eat them. You've never ordered them. She goes, yeah, that's because I'm too embarrassed to eat them in front of you because I make a mess.
Oh, that's great.
And I said,
that
babe,
is great.
The next time we go out, I want you to put your hair back and just roll up your sleeves and get as gnarly as you want with a good plate of ribs because you deserve that. If that's your favorite food, by all means, have at it. So I got that Instapot, and I've made them in there before, and it come out really good. There's a good recipe in there.
Yeah.
Cooks them quick, and then you can caramelize the barbecue sauce and everything in the oven right thereafter. So I might do a little bit of ribs. Keep it like that.
I will tell you, ribs are my least favorite thing to cook because I have found that they're better to get like on the side of the road when some school or some function is having a rib sale.
Right, you're right. I know what you mean.
But the second thing that destroyed ribs for me, there's a place in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's called Peg Leg Corky's. Right, so you go to Nashville, and every time you go somewhere, they're like, "Look, go here. Their ribs are the best." And I'm like, "Fine,
fine, yep."
I go there, and I'm not kidding you. Tears came to my eyes. And I've had barbecue everywhere. I've had the best brisket in the world at Black's in Texas. I think my pulled pork is as good as anybody's in the country. But I ate this rib, and I had a tear come down, and I realized I didn't have enough. And before I put in another bite, I went up to the lady, and I said, "I'm going to need another one of these."
Yeah.
And she just smiled, and she said, "Yes, sir, we'll bring it right out." Literally, you could tell this had happened. And I'm literally, and I called my wife, and I said, "I'm going to drive back up here with you." And she goes, "Well, I don't like ribs." I'm like, "I don't care." And so my neighbor, I'm telling him this story, and he goes, "Oh, I'm going to Nashville next week for a meeting." And I'm like, "Oh, thank God." And he goes, "All right, same thing." He goes, "This is not going to be that good." And he goes, he FaceTimes me, and he's got a tear coming out of his eye. It's a dry rub.
That's how
and they're incredible. And I can't put into words just how good they are. It's an emotional experience.
I like that.
Peg Leg Corky's. He brought back, I said, "Bring back some sauce." So he brought back like 4 bottles. So I'm out of it now. So if anybody goes to Nashville and goes to Peg Leg Corky's, please grab me a bottle.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Were the best. The best hamburgers are in Birmingham at Hamburger Heaven. They're phenomenal. They have this sauce that's magical.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been to Sheds in Mississippi.
Yeah.
The Shed, their sauce is incredible. Their ribs are good, but they're not as good as Peg Leg Corky's.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of places in Birmingham that are pretty good, but nothing like Peg Legs.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, are they downtown Nashville, or are they a little bit on the outskirts there?
Yes. Right downtown. You sit there, and it's a picnic style when you know it's good. Mm-hmm. As I've always said, if you go there, no matter what time of the day, and you see a dude in a suit next to a dude in a coveralls, next to a family of 4.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking, everybody's just chowing down, you are where you need to be. I firmly believe that. If I was to have a restaurant, that's what I would want.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where there's, and I'm not kidding, it fits probably 200 people and it's quiet.
Wow.
And they're all the picnic benches. People are just eating. There's nothing to say. You just thank God that there is a place that can make a rib this well. You thank him, you bless him, and you eat it as much as you possibly can.
Man, I tell you
Come
what.
out of there with meat sweats,
Yeah.
and you're happy.
Yeah, and you're happy. I tell you what, man, I like how you mentioned that. Like there's like a little tear. Like I can feel the emotion within the food when you eat the rib. Ain't that the best part, man? If anything, like as we're talking about America, July 4th, there's nothing more patriotic than thinking about the food that we consume in a way. And there's like, sometimes if it's good, like you're mentioning, there's an emotional attachment to a partner. And that's a fun thing. That's a fun thing.
Nobody does barbecue the way the United States does barbecue.
That's right.
There is not another country that experiences barbecue the way we do.
Yeah. So. With that being said here, I got a question for you because I think some show come on. I don't know if it was History Channel, maybe it was Travel Channel or something, but it's starting to tout more of the expectations of how like worldly cuisine kind of dominates like a certain area. Like, for example, with Italian food, we know pasta, we know all that stuff that goes with Italian food. And then when you think of certain French foods, but they were trying to show something on this television episode about the food of the United States and then trying to put a finger on it. And of course, it comes back to hamburgers, it comes back to like hot dogs. If you could pretty much say what makes America great and a staple when it comes to food, I thought about this when I watched it. Now that you said that, it's our barbecue, right? Because there's not.
I think so.
Right around the world, you can't say.
There's not another country that.
Yeah, there really isn't.
Because like a hamburger. I think we invented the hamburger, so we own that one. The hot dog comes from Germany.
Yep.
Pizza, not us. Steak, not us. But barbecue, that slow smoked meat with the flavored wood.
Yep.
And there's a place in Texas. It's called Lockhart, Texas. It's considered the brisket capital of the world.
Oh, awesome.
When I went to the Formula One last year race, we ate there. We ate at a different place on the way to the race and on the way home from the race. and my buddy and I, we literally kept score. And I'm not kidding. I'm like, let's really do this scientifically. And so, because we were there for 5 days and we went to 10 different locations. And so I still have the score, like which sauce I like and who had the best tea and stuff like that. Nice. Also, sweet tea is a purely American thing.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes,
nobody else makes good sweet tea. And it's probably a Southern thing, even though it's growing in popularity all over the country because people are realizing what true goodness is like.
Yeah.
Let's hope the cancel culture doesn't say that sweet tea is somehow racist. Wouldn't that be terrible?
Because
talking about a divided country.
Right.
Look, sweet tea is racist. Now we have a real problem. You've gone too far.
Yeah.
You can cancel all these celebrities, but leave me my tea.
And it's funny, too, because it is a Southern thing when you say sweet tea, because it's interesting because serving bar down here, I always know when they always come up to the bar and they're like, oh, you know what? What could I get you guys a drink? I'll have an iced tea. Oh, you're from up north, huh? Where are you from? As soon as they say, can I get an iced tea? It's like, you're not from the South.
I'm a half and half right now because I think a sweet tea is too sweet.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I do get
half
looks.
And half is perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect, but I do get looks when I get the order it. I'll do half sweet, half unsweet.
And by the way, is there anything worse than it's not good? Like if it's like cooked yesterday or something or brewed yesterday?
Right.
Don't you just? I've sent it back and go, look, this isn't gonna. This is. I've looked at the person and said, this is terrible. I'll have a water. I think you're allowed to be a snob when it comes to your tea.
That's right. That's right.
You're allowed to send it back if it's terrible.
Because I know for some people are like, tea is tea. No, you're right. There's an aftertaste. There's a finish to the tea that if it's old, it doesn't taste the same. Yeah. Oh yeah, I hear you, partner.
And every family has their own recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Because my wife's, and this was a thing. I know people think this is silly. So my mom made it different than Christy's mom. Right?
Okay.
So my mom's tea was sweeter, and Christy's mom's tea was brewed longer.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I remember I came home and I talked to my mom. I'm like, yeah, I don't really like her mom's tea. And she just started laughing. And she goes, well, and again, you have to settle. No woman is perfect. So to this day, Christy doesn't make tea in my house.
Is that right?
That's a fact.
Because it's a little bit, like you said, brewed a little bit longer, not as sweet, so it's a little bit tangier.
Overbrewed.
Yeah, at the end of it, it's got a sharpness to it. Yep.
See, you understand, and you're from Ohio.
Yep.
So, by the way, my mother-in-law, she's passed away, but she used to tell me all the time, well, I know you don't like my tea, so what do you want to drink? I'm like, oh, no, I'll have your tea. Just put a lot of ice in it.
and then you wait to drink it, and then by about halfway down, it tastes a little bit better because the ice is melted and it's watered down a little bit.
There you go.
I get it.
There you go. One time I sat down and she sat and she put in front of me like a whole bowl of sugar and another thing of water. It was funny.
That's awesome.
I think she was mad about that until I think the day she died. So I don't know. It's again, tea is a thing. People's barbecue, don't go in and judge another person's barbecue or touch their grill.
Yep.
That's an absolute no-no.
Yep.
I don't order steak at restaurants anymore because I think I can make a steak better than they can.
I think you're right, partner. I still order it, but there's nothing that feels the way when I make it at home because I've got a way of doing it now, and I'm thinking the same thing. My girl's on par with that. She hasn't ordered a steak in a restaurant in years because of the way I make it at home, and I feel you on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, I found a local place that butchers their own cow, and they sell it occasionally when they have it.
Nice.
And then I just go and buy theirs, and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't buy a steak at a restaurant again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, partner, with just a few minutes left, I just wanted to give you a shout out for the end of the week of where we might see the Bloodmobile today and what that might mean for the weekend heading into next week.
Yeah, it's a great question. So this weekend we're going to be out in Dunellen, out at the Walmart, and today, please just come by and donate. We are doing the antibody testing for all donors for the COVID. Our hospitals are almost at capacity because of COVID. Most of them are being released within 2 or 3 days. They're getting that one dose of remdesivir. I can't say that word. That word, it's the whatever it is. Even if I read it, I definitely can't, and I'm reading it right now. So they're getting one dose of that, and then in some cases they're getting 1 unit of that convalescent plasma, and then they're being released in 2 or 3 days. So there are very, very few that are on ventilators, but they are almost all of them are getting that convalescent plasma.
Yeah.
And because it's found to be a really good way to speed up the immune system. So we need people to donate and get tested for the antibodies. And then if you test positive for the antibodies, then we're going to invite you back 2 weeks after your donation so that you can give more of that plasma. We're sending out roughly 85 of those units a day.
Yeah.
And we're not collecting 85 units a day. So we really, really, really need more people to come out and to get the right to donate blood.
Awesome. Well, appreciate it, partner. You guys have a great 4th of July, man. Enjoy a little bit of R&R.
Yeah, you too, man.
We look forward to talking to you on Monday.
Not getting in the air this weekend? You're not going to fly around or anything?
I don't know. That's I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it.
One of the greatest nights to fly a small aircraft is, at about 10 p.m. on July 4th, just to the the view of all the fireworks.
That's right. But unfortunately, this year that's changed a little bit, but you're on it with that, my friend. Awesome. Well, you have a good weekend, partner. We appreciate it.
All right, man. Be good. Bye, y'all.
WOCA, back after this.
At least 20 states are now pausing or reversing reopening plans.
Fox's Phil Keating. People in Texas are ordered to wear masks in public in counties with more than 20 COVID-19 cases. A suspect in Army Specialist Vanessa Guillen's disappearance in Texas is dead.
Another soldier, Aaron Robinson, who fled Fort Hood, apparently killed himself as law enforcement closed in. Another female civilian suspect has been arrested. No other suspects at this point as detectives work to identify the remains. They're also asking the public for help in the case.
Fox's Jeff Manosso. America's listening to Fox News.
The following is a true story.
I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel the timeshare. And that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or we'll give your money back. That's what makes us different.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-660-1771. That's 800-660-1771. 800-660-1771.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, folks, it's time to check out this week's ad for Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Now, you get a sneak peek when you go to bobwinescamelliagardens.net. They're featuring a great sale on roses. A huge selection in lots of colors, easy care, knockouts, and drift roses. The big number 5 size. You buy one and you get one at half price. And they've marked down a huge selection of butterfly and hummingbird plants. They're just $6.99. New super low summertime sale price on annuals, just $1.99, or mix and match a flat of 18 for just $17.99. And your favorite citrus trees, they start at $59.99 and you get a free bag of fertilizer. Get there early in the day, early in the week for best selection. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
WOCA.
Some sunshine with a shower or a thunderstorm around this afternoon. High 90 to 94. Cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm tonight. Low 73 to 77. For the 4th of July tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm. Tomorrow's high 91 to 94. A shower or a thunderstorm on Sunday. High 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Jonathan.
WOCA.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention and God bless America.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
We are proud to announce the Conservative Watch Hour on WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM every Friday at 11 a.m. Hosted by Annie Marie Delgado, president of Trump Team 2020 Florida, and her co-host Ann Vandersteel with SteelTruth.com. We are serving a higher level of excellence, and we are the only program of this type in this market. Don't miss your weekly dose of conservative talk radio. WOCA 11 a.m. Fridays, 96.3 and 1370 a.m.
Hi, this is Brittany from Mike Scott Plumbing. I wanted to take a moment to let you know that during these tough times, Mike Scott Plumbing is still here, ready to help you in every way we can. We know life doesn't just stop, and when it breaks, we know your plumbing doesn't just magically start working again. Mike Scott Plumbing is taking every precaution to ensure your safety by following and exceeding all the guidelines set forth by the CDC for COVID-19, as well as local districts. As an essential business, we are operating at full capacity to ensure we get your problem solved day, night, or weekends. We're all in this together. We hope you are all staying safe during these trying times. And remember, if water runs through it, we do it. 866-314-4443. Call day or night. That number again is 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Say, if you're looking for BOGOs, buy one, get ones, the place to be this week is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. All flowering shrubs, big selection, regularly about $24 to $30. You buy one and you get one free. Some absolutely gorgeous budded and blooming hydrangea. Buy one, get one free. And it's not too late for crepe myrtles. Bob has them as low as $6.99. And in the large sizes at $2.99, you buy one and you get one free, delivered, planted, and guaranteed. Best of all, you still get those super popular dwarf, ever-blooming azaleas, just $3.99. One more hot special, 4-inch pentas, not $4.99, just $1.99. Hurry, get there early for best selection. Bob Wine's Camellia Garden, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, in the same blooming place since 1952.
WOCA.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome back. AM Ocala Live. I'm your host, Adam McKillen, as we just finished up with Life South Community Blood Centers there. Galen, as we were talking with him about some of the expectations for the weekend. Hope he enjoys himself there. Like I said, the grill, the pool, maybe a little bourbon. Like you said, a little port. That's good stuff. And there's nothing more American than what it takes to put together a good meal and food, and that July 4th is a good opportunity for that, for the barbecue, for the good stuff. Like we're talking about, to get some ribs. Yeah, maybe some ribs. Hot dogs, hamburgers, especially hamburgers, even fried chicken. That's one thing. That's one thing that's got a good staple to America. That's all that. As with the Life South Community Blood Centers, as we said there, for you to give the gift of life, get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood. As we were mentioning, too, is the idea that as we've seen the increase of the COVID-19 cases, the need for the convalescent plasma is on the rise as well, as they're basically saying about 85 units per day is being used, but we're not getting that for the donations. So it's been mentioned out there that Life South is partnering with medical centers in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama to find plasma from blood donors who have recovered from the virus to help the critically ill patients fighting the virus. As the convalescent plasma, the liquid portion of the blood collected from blood donors who have recovered from COVID-19, and recovered patients form antibodies, and these antibodies are found in the plasma. The convalescent plasma therapy is considered it's considered in the investigation. Is widely used as treatment by doctors in many local hospitals to help severely ill coronavirus patients. When transfused with antibodies, they can help patients recover against the virus. Life South is now testing all successful blood donors for COVID-19 antibodies in search of the convalescent plasma. Healthy blood donors who may have been exposed or recovered from COVID-19 are asked to donate. As a part of the normal blood donation process, a test will be performed on the donor's blood to determine if antibodies are present in the plasma. As this was brought up, it says Life South's Vice President of Medical Services, Dr. Chris Lowe, explains that there is no nasal swab used on blood donors, saying, quote, unlike a test to determine if someone currently has COVID-19 virus, the antibody screen, we use tests a blood sample collected during donation. Individuals should understand that they're not testing for the live virus itself. If you're interested in knowing if you are infected with COVID-19, you should visit your physician or locate a public testing site. Convalescent plasma donors must be fully recovered from the virus and symptom-free before coming to Life South to donate. But Life South asks for help spreading the word for those who have recovered from COVID-19. As potential donors should visit www.lifesouth.org, where they can give them a call, 1-888-795-2707 to schedule an appointment. Now, with that segment, as it's brought to you by Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, so we'd like to thank Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street in Ocala, where they offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Any questions on how they've been handling COVID-19, give them a call, 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262. And, of course, Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated, and they've been serving this county of Marion for over 30-plus years. Every bit of their experience has been to their success has been to their unrivaled customer service, full-service flooring company that's dedicated to finding the best solution for your flooring needs, experience in both commercial and residential fields. 1201 Southwest 17th Street in Ocala, as they're open today until 6, as they are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then Saturdays usually 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but you can give them a call to double-check their holiday hours with July 4th. You can give them a call, 352-351-3420. That's 351-3420. As we continue on with the show here, as we say happy Friday, with rain in the forecast like we've been seeing, it's now currently 78 degrees. Not too bad there, as some of the humidity feels a little less and less. But it's an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms today, with new rainfalls that could be a half or 3/4 of an inch possible. As we see rain in the forecast for tomorrow, Independence Day, showers and thunderstorms likely, maybe even a possible thunderstorm after 10 a.m. is early, high near 89 with the heat index valued at 102. So maybe it's a good day to be at the pool, as a calm wind becoming a little bit stronger in the afternoon with a precipitation chance of 90% for your Independence Day. On Sunday, thunderstorms also possible after 8 a.m. with a 90% chance. So it's expected to be a little bit of a wet weekend, but nonetheless, hopefully you can work around it and get out there and get on the back patio or deck and get that grill going to make that good food that's a staple when it comes to July 4th and those American holidays. Always makes me think of the comedian, was it Jim Gaffigan? I don't usually have a burger, steak, and a bratwurst, but it is the 4th of July, so, got to do what everybody else was doing. Yeah, got to work, get filled up before I go launching fireworks. But as we're making our way through our Friday here, we were actually touching base before the 8 o'clock hour there with a good friend of the show there, Hugh, who called in saying that his wife is on her way to Wisconsin, and with that, she's flying up there, and no apprehension as far as actually making that flight. It says freaked out about full flights during a pandemic. Well, these airlines are still blocking seats for now. As they say, remember when the big worries about airline travel was the great seat decline debate and family seating kerfuffles? It says that was so February, right? The coronavirus crisis instantly turned travel attention to all things health and safety, with the latest flashpoint being how to effectively social distance at 35,000 feet. With travel slowly resuming, American Airlines on Wednesday ended its policy of blocking half of the middle seats in the economy class, drawing the wrath of health officials and politicians, including Vermont Senator and former presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, even though United, Spirit, and Allegiant were already filling as many seats as they could sell. United Airlines President Scott Kirby and the head of the airline industry's trade group insist that there's no way to keep passengers 6 feet apart on an airplane. Another United executive, Chief Communications Officer Josh Earnest, went so far Wednesday as to label seat blocking as a marketing ploy, saying, quote, blocking middle seats is a PR strategy, not a safety strategy, as he called in with reporters. Notably, absent in the open middle seat debate, the CEOs of Southwest and Delta, which have committed to operating less full flights through September 30th. The headline on Delta's reminder last week about the policy remaining in place throughout the busy summer travel season, saying, setting the standard for safety in travel. On Wednesday, the airline issued another reminder on Twitter. It says, we're extending our commitment to blocking seats through September 30th. It says Southwest Airlines regularly touts its social distancing policies as well. Those airlines and others still blocking the seats are betting that it will give them a competitive edge, especially among skittish travelers and those spooked by viral posts about full flights. The policies won't be in place forever because financially devastated airlines say they can't afford to leave a bunch of seats open as travel demand rebounds. For now, several airlines, including JetBlue, Alaska, Frontier, are still limiting the number of passengers per flight. But keep in mind that the policies vary by carrier, with some airlines blocking more seats than others and some social distancing policies set to expire unless that company seems to extend. The U.S. airlines are still blocking seats in the name of social distancing. As mentioned, with Delta Airlines, the policy seating is capped by 60% in the main cabin and 50% in first class and domestic Delta One cabins. Southwest Airlines, the airline is booking flights 2/3 of the capacity, effectively leaving middle seats open. Southwest doesn't assign seats so passengers can sit wherever they want on the plane when they board, but flight attendants encourage travelers to keep the middle seats open unless they want to sit with their family member or friend. And that's all effective in those expectations until September 30th. 5 flights in 4 weeks. What's it really like to fly Southwest during a pandemic? Well, nonetheless, they've got the open seat. It says JetBlue here, their policy is the airline is blocking the middle seats on larger aircraft and most aisle seats on smaller airplanes. As they say here, the airline says it's managing passenger seat assignments to help ensure as much space, personal space, as possible. Alaskan Airlines capped their flight capacity at 65%. Middle seats are blocked. Frontier, as the budget airline, has blocked approximately 20 seats on every flight, and they're blocked out on the airline's seat map when booking, as Frontier's planes have 186 to 230 seats. Frontier is the only U.S. airline taking passenger temperatures before they board, and that goes through August 31st, unless it would be as such extended. Hawaiian Airlines, their airline, is selling up to 70% of its seats, and that's effective until the 31st of August. So there's some ideas there, what's in the means of air travel, as obviously one of the hardest industries hit, which is a little closer to me considering I've got a lot of friends, colleagues that work in the airlines from the regional level to the majors and the legacies themselves. That very tumultuous time, but it's interesting to see how the industry is adapting to what is, so to speak, going on with everything. Let's see here. As we approach 10 minutes before the top of the 9 o'clock hour, as we're going to take a short little break, and then when we come back, we'll discuss a little bit more. We'll have our phone lines open, 622-9622, as we make our way towards this wonderful July 4th weekend. Keep the conversation rolling. 622-9622, WOCA Ocala. Back after this.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Hi, this is Will.
And this is Wendy of Dex Imaging in Gainesville and Ocala. You know, we live and work in this community just like you, and we wanted to personally invite you to call us with any questions or concerns about your copiers or printers.
Like, how can I save money on my toner? That stuff's expensive.
In most cases, a complimentary workflow analysis has shown we can save your business 20 to 30% on printing cost.
Have you been kicking around the idea of going paperless? Are you considering a document management solution? Maybe you just want to ask some questions, but don't want to be bombarded by aggressive salespeople.
Give us a call. We'll be happy to answer your questions and show you how you can save money with our award-winning copiers and printers and our amazing service team.
Who, in case you didn't know, will be there in 4 hours or less to service your machine, guaranteed, and we have a 97% first-time fix rate. Check us out at deximaging.com or give us a call.
In Ocala, dial 352-433-4090. That's 433-4090.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
Prescription opioids can be addictive and dangerous.
My son was 20 years old when he was prescribed opioid. It took him 5 days to get addicted. I'm not supposed to be the one to go get his suit and tie and pick which sneakers that I'm going to bury him in. My son overdosed at the age of 22 years old.
Prescription opioids. It only takes a little to lose a lot. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
Brought to you by the Department of Health in Marion County and Ocala Fire Rescue.
David Moore here, running for Marion County Property Appraiser. I believe in faith, family, and freedom. I have over 29 years of experience in the real estate and finance industry. I own a local realty. I have a bachelor's in business, a master of arts in leadership. I believe that my education and experience makes me uniquely qualified to be your next property appraiser of here in Marion County. I have both public and private sector experience. For more information, go to davidmoore.com. Political advertisement paid for and approved by David Moore, Republican candidate for Marion County Property Appraiser.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Some sunshine with a shower or a thunderstorm around this afternoon. High 90 to 94. Cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm tonight. Low 73 to 77. For the 4th of July tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm. Tomorrow's high 91 to 94. A shower or a thunderstorm on Sunday. High 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Jonathan.
And welcome back. You're listening to AIM Ocala Live, WOCA The Source, 3 minutes before the top of the 9 o'clock hour. As we were mentioning, with your July 4th weekend coming up, fireworks as Ocala families fend for themselves, as local sellers expect good sales this 4th of July weekend, since the traditional municipal celebrations are not being held. As we are mentioning, it says area fireworks sellers may see a spike in sales this year due to the COVID-19 related cancellations. As they were mentioning here, as they say, this is my only option, Kevin Nast said on Thursday as he left with purchases made at the Gator Fireworks, which is set up near the Cedar Shores Plaza at Southwest 36th Avenue and Marion Camp Road. It says Nast has regularly attended the Ocala JC's God and Country Day since 1972. The event is not being held this year due to manpower issues. The On Top of the World Patriotic Celebration this year is for residents only, according to the OTO office. It says Tony and Anessa Boyd and their children Vincent, 11, and Adrian, 9, loaded up the family pickup yesterday, Thursday, with about $600 worth of fireworks, which will be used in a block party celebration with neighbors. As they were talking a little bit with that, as basically the idea of neighborhoods kind of putting together their own thing. Neighborhoods stick together at times like this, as Anessa Boyd says, as the Boyds operate Move Ahead of the Movers, a hybrid labor-only moving company that, for example, may use the client's truck. So Boyd said business has been good due to the pandemic-related economic situation. He said his company has seen people downsizing from larger to smaller residents and move in with relatives and stuff like that. Meanwhile, about 5 miles east of Marion Camp, adjacent to Silver Springs, Moose Lodge, Silver Springs Shores fireworks owner Jim Hensel expects to also have a good year. So as they basically ramp up, prices range from $45 to $99 for certain fireworks and craziness. It says that the sales are going to be up for people taking it into their own hands, for their own backyards, to light something off, to blow something up. to blow something up for this 4th of July. That'd be a little bit of stress reliever as well. Anyway, Mortgage Show coming your way. Coming up for the Farm Ranch headlines next. WOCA Ocala. Back after this.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Another 55,000 cases of coronavirus are confirmed in the U.S., the most for one day in any country since the pandemic started.
40 out of 50 states are now seeing the infection rate rise. Outbreaks are the most stark in Arizona, Florida, and Texas. Florida alone reported more than 10,000 new cases for the first time. The numbers are rising so rapidly in Texas that Governor Greg Abbott has mandated that everyone has to wear face masks.
Fox's Jill Nato. A song known as the Black National Anthem will reportedly be played before NFL games when the season starts. Fox's Carmen Roberts.
ESPN reports the league will play the song before the national anthem during the first week of the season. The song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, has deep ties to the civil rights movement.
America's listening to Fox News.
The following is a true story.
I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel a timeshare. And that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or we'll give your money back. That's what makes us different.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-660-1771. That's 800-660-1771. 800-660-1771.
News.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. It's time for peanut farmers to start thinking about how to protect their crop this year against persistent diseases like white mold and leaf spot. Clint Thompson has the story.
Peanuts are planted across the Southeast, and it's time for farmers to start thinking about how to protect their investment this year against two diseases, white mold and leaf spot. According to Wilson Faircloth, agronomic service representative with Syngenta, two products that growers should keep in mind because of their long-lasting effectiveness are Miravis and Elatus. Miravis provides between 21 and 28 days of leaf spot control. Elatus provides about 28 days of white mold control.
I think about 2020, I think about a lot of growers having stand issues and having a very tough time establishing a stand, getting the peanuts off to a good start. So we've got peanuts now that we finally got them going and headed in the right direction. In some places, the stands may not be exactly what we wanted them to be, but either way, we've got to protect what we do have so that we can make the most out of it, because the only way we're going to make a good return on our investment is to make plenty of yield. And Elatus and Miravis are going to give us that opportunity because, again, if you start with Elatus and then follow that with Elatus and Miravis together, then you set yourself up to take care of all the diseases, no matter which one happens to be popping up.
For more information, see SoutheastAgNet.com. For Southeast AgNet, I'm Clint Thompson.
Welcome to the All In for Citrus podcast. There's a new resource available that brings all of Florida's citrus research together, delivering it right to you on your computer, phone, or tablet. Introducing the All In for Citrus podcast from UF IFAS in partnership with Southeast AgNet. The monthly series spans the Sunshine State with research project updates from the UF IFAS statewide citrus team. Listen to the latest episode by searching All In for Citrus on iTunes, your favorite podcasting application, or at citrusindustry.net.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Hey, folks, it's time to check out this week's ad for Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Now, you get a sneak peek when you go to bobwinescameliagardens.net. They're featuring a great sale on roses. A huge selection in lots of colors, easy care, knockouts, and drift roses the big number 5 size. You buy one and you get one at half price. And they've marked down a huge selection of butterfly and hummingbird plants. They're just $6.99. New super low summertime sale price on annuals, just $1.99, or mix and match a flat of 18 for just $17.99. And your favorite citrus trees, they start at $59.99 and you get a free bag of fertilizer. Get there early in the day, early in the week for best selection. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Daily